What's up, Dent fam? Man, today I'm going to show you how to turn something like this into something like this. Okay guys, so first of all, I just want to thank you for coming along on this ride. This is going to be probably my longest video so far. It's because this is one of my longest repairs that I've ever done. This repair took me over 9 hours to do. It was a long day that day when I worked on this car. So let me kind of explain what I'm doing here. I'm taking apart this wheel well. I'm getting rid of that liner there because we need access. Access to get into these quarter panels are extremely difficult. The reason being is because the outer metal and the inner metal, they meet there on the edge. So the closer the dent is to the edge, the more difficult there is to get a tool in between those two layers of metal. So here you see me tapping just on the edge there to kind of release the metal and to give me a little bit more room with my tool to get in there between these two layers of metal there. So everything's really meticulous. It takes a long time to smooth out the metal and get it to where I'm happy with it. So you'll see I'll do multiple taps throughout this video here. That's just to take down the ridges and kind of, like I said, release some of the metal so I can work it back out from the inside out. Okay, here you guys see me warming up the metal. A lot of people think if you just warm up the metal that the dent will just pop right back out, and that couldn't be further from the truth. The reason I'm warming up this metal is to make the paint more malleable. It makes the paint more flexible. It keeps it from cracking. So that's kind of the secret to paintless dent repair and from keeping the metal from breaking. So if you don't know what you're doing, especially in really tight spots where I'm working at right now, your job and the paint of your car can go sideways really fast. Trust me on that one, guys. That's why you kind of keep me seeing there, moving the heat gun around, just kind of warming up the metal before I push. Like I said, to keep the metal and the paint from cracking. So the backstory on this car is that it's a brand new 2025 VW Jetta, and the girl that brought it to me, she slid into her garage way too tight and just rubbed all the way down along her wooden side panel of her garage. So this was probably one of the toughest parts of this whole repair, because that little sliver of metal between the quarter panel and the door is the tightest part of this whole repair. So you guys can see what's going on here. See me working that very corner with a really small tool to get as far as I can into the very edge to get it as straightened out as possible. Alright guys, here you see me working that very edge, and I've gotten as far as possibly I could with my tools. So I had to resort here. This is called GPR, glue pulling repair. So what I'm doing here is I'm gluing tabs on the areas of the metal that I couldn't get a tool behind. So now I'm basically pulling on the metal now. So in order to get to the very edges of this metal, this is the way it has to be done. So it's very tedious and takes a ton more time, but it's the only thing that can possibly pull that area of the metal out there from that area of the quarter panel. So here you guys see me gluing on the tabs, making pulls with my mini lifter. So this takes, like I said, a ton of time because you have to be really patient, and it just takes a ton of work. And now here I am, I'm working the bottom of the door. This was another really difficult area here. You guys seen how twisted that metal was on the bottom edge of that body line. So I'm trying really hard to straighten out that edge and get that body line back out. You see those tiny little pushes on the bottom of the door there? This area is really tough. And plus me sitting on the floor doesn't make it too comfortable. Again, just tapping down the highs, moving the metal around, warming it back up for some more pushes. Getting warm in there. Alright guys, so see this top of this door here? There's a huge crease, and that's because it folded over. You guys see me there warming up that tip of that tool? It's because that got pushed in so hard that it wrapped around a brace. So I had to cut through the back side of that brace where it attaches to the skin of that door. So this takes a ton of time. I keep saying that this might be the toughest area of the car, but this actually might be the toughest area of the car. You kind of see how it's concave there on the bottom of that door, the area that I'm working there. It's the most difficult part of paintless dent repair is working metal back out and still leaving it concaved. It's almost near to impossible. I've done hundreds of these before. That's why I kind of got the hang of it. Here I am again, warming up my tip, getting it red hot so I can cut through that metal. I'm just basically, right now, I'm breaking apart that brace away from the skin of the door. I'm working that ridge down right now. You see that big old ridge there? That thing was super tough to knock down, so. And it can't just be blasted down, you gotta tap it down slowly and precisely. Slide on the tool again. Like I said, this thing is really painstaking, and I'm moving that metal millimeter by millimeter. Alright guys, I've gotten as far as I could, working it from the side there, so I rolled the window down, slid in a window protector, and now I'm working the dent up and down instead of from left and right, what I was doing earlier. So my window, that window is barely jammed open. You guys see that red little jam there that I'm using to open up that gap and slide a tool in there. So it's the smallest, thinnest tool I can get in there to work that metal back out from the up and down angle. And then window wedge. And I cut out that part so you guys wouldn't be staring at my butt the whole time. So you guys see what I'm looking at. I have to basically flip around on my head to see the right angle. Alright, so now we're finishing up here. I'm doing some wet sanding. Kind of smoothing out the metal, the little rough areas where I've been pushing and tapping, so there's tons of metal moving around. So I'm polishing everything out, doing some wet sanding, smoothing it out as well as possible. I'm cleaning it up here. So we're getting ready to finish up right now. This is the end of the day. This is after 9 hours, guys. Sun's down. And I'm going to show you my next intro is going to be here the next day. I was out of gas to finish up. Alright guys, and here we go. This is our final product. I think all in all, for how bad as it was, this thing came out great. I'm really happy with the results, and I'm sure my customer is too. So, like I said guys, if you guys have anything like this, or if you guys rub against a fender or a pole or something like that and you need something taken care of just like this, give me a call. Or if you're just not even sure that if something can be done or not, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me some pictures, and let me see what I can do with it. And more likely than not, I can take care of it for you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys having an awesome day, and you guys take it easy. Later.